What's up, gamers? And today we got the version 2.6 version live stream, and honestly it seemed like the deadest of deadest patches ever. So we're going to quickly go over everything that we got in this update. Hopefully I can get all the information out with you within like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and then the video will be like 8 minutes. So let's just go ahead and get into it now and talk about everything that we got, starting off with a new story mode, which honestly seems like a filler patch. I don't know, it seems like a filler story. I don't like, what direction is the story really going? Last time we were on the Lawfu, are we going back to Pinnacle now? I guess the story has to end up in Pinnacle because the next story starts off with Sunday. I don't know, guys. I think this is literally just a filler to get us back onto Pinnacle, and then from there we talk about Sunday and we talk about Ting Yun on Pinnacle there, right? Because Harmony, Ting Yun was Path of Harmony, now she's in Hild. I don't know. Maybe that plays into the story in some way, shape, or form. Overall, I feel like this is a whole filler patch. I mean, this is very great for free-to-play players because you can save, skip everything on this patch, essentially, right? We'll talk about banners and stuff in a second here, and my thoughts later on in the video. But now let's go ahead and talk about Miss Ropa, which is the main 5-star we're getting this patch, the new 5-star we're getting this patch. She's an erudition imaginary unit. She's going to be very break focused, and what I mean by this, guys, is her skill move is going to be attacking every single enemy on the field, hence her being erudition. But where the breaking comes into play at is when she uses her ultimate, which will then feed her enhanced basic attack, and what that enhanced basic attack is doing puts her in a first person view, which is honestly kind of cool in my opinion. But she's going to be hitting a blast attack for the first 2 attacks, and then the third attack is going to be hitting every single enemy on the field for, it doesn't matter what the toughness is, it just hits everyone for their toughness meter. Now the big gripe that I have with this is the toughness it hits for does not look that high. It looks pretty low, and maybe this is going to be alleviated with the talent we're going to talk about in a second here, but she basically has 3 charges of this whenever she uses her ultimate move. It seems like her talent's going to be extending that, or is going to be able to make you use more of those stacks whenever you're using your enhanced basic attack, or maybe when you come out of your ultimate you can use more of those stacks at that time. But we don't really know what it does unless we look at leaks or we listen to Ropa's rap about it.
Check it. Dazzling tags, hidden blades. That's just a tease for a ninja like me. Taking evil is a breeze. Ain't afraid of no enemy. Bringing the heat. Time to show them real skills. It can't be beat.
Yep, so we got that. Anyways, guys, that's really all that I have to say about Ropa right now. There will be a full video out on that later in the future, so subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now let's go ahead and talk about the other banners we're getting, which are all rerun banners. First of all, the first part of this patch, it seems like a complete skip. I mean, we're getting Dragon Danny, and really the only way he's viable now is if he's E2, which is a very big investment cost. If you didn't already have him, this is, just skip him. I don't recommend it. And the 4 stars here as well aren't that good either. We have Zhui Yi, Lynx, and Yukong. Zhui Yi probably being the best there. Lynx is okay, but Gallagher's just a better 4-star now. I think this is a testament actually to how bad the 4 stars we have in the game are right now, because they've been power creeped so much by other 5-star characters and just by the content in general that we really need new 4 stars coming to the game. I think this proves that point nicely. And it also proves it nicely when we talk about Part 2's banners, which is Aventurine and Acheron, which are much better 5 stars in my opinion. But the 4 stars here are Pela, Sampo, and March 7th, which are all, like, Pela's probably the best one here. Sampo's okay with Black Swan, but outside of that, And then we have March 7th, which now we have Hunt March 7th, which you can get all the Eidolons completely free for, so kind of useless there as well. This is why I think we need more 4 stars in the game. But if we're talking about the signature 5 stars here, we already know what Acheron does. We already know what Aventurine does. I think the best character on here for your overall account value is probably going to be Aventurine because he is a sustain character, the best sustain character in the game. So just make an informed decision if you do plan on pulling on this patch. Now let's talk about the events. The events are honestly very lackluster as well. I'm not going to lie to you guys. We have one rhythm-based game mode, which is alright, not really my cup of tea. You get a cool destruction light cone for it, and I can't talk about what it does, but maybe it'll help Arlon out. Surely it will, right? Anyways, outside of that, the other 2 events we're getting are very, like, just log in and, like, click a couple things type of events. One's an event where you send your expeditions out, and one's an event where you give someone materials and they give you rewards back. Those are really the only events we're getting. This is bar none probably the deadest patch we've ever seen in Honkai Star Rail, and they're probably just gearing up for 2.7 with Sunday and Ting Yun or Fugyu. I still can't pronounce her name correctly. And then the final 2 things we're getting, guys, is actually going to be Simulated Universe, which Simulated Universe looks pretty cool. And honestly, guys, look at what this Simulated Universe does for certain paths and certain things, right? Now, obviously, the super OP things really don't play into this theory that much, but they usually, or I have seen them take things from Simulated Universe and throw them on future characters. So maybe by playing Simulated Universe, we can see what the future of Honkai Star Rail's meta might look like, especially when they add new mechanics and features into the game for this particular game mode here. We've seen this happen with a bunch of different things before, so I think you'll start to see more of this in play with this particular update here. Maybe even like a tease for what the new Herta is going to do. We get an image for what the new Herta might look like too, an older version of Herta maybe, which, hey, she kind of looks like Jade, kind of. I don't know. That's the vibe I got from there. But the really big thing with this, guys, is the shop update. God, thank God. HSR devs, thank you. Now everyone is going to be able to buy all the past event light cones, because there are so many light cones in the past, if you just started playing the game, that a lot of content creators be like, well, this light cone would work, but you can't use it. So like, use it if you have it, right? But now everyone can get these light cones, which is absolutely amazing, like the Silver Wolf signature light cone, Hua Hua signature light cone, and even the, I guess the Robin light cone you can get now from the shop, which is absolutely amazing. I love this. If you do end up pulling on part 2, get a Pela E6 driver, you can actually use the Silver Wolf light cone on Pela, and it's super good. Okay, guys, so yes, I love, this is my favorite addition for this patch by far. And then finally, guys, we got 2 new relic sets, which, goddamn, they are speed running these relic sets, let me tell you. Now, what are these relics doing? Can't really say. If I were to give a want for the game, though, I would probably want one set to give some type of speed, and then I would want the other set to give some type of crit rate or something like that. Now, guys, this is the end of me explaining everything you're getting with the update. I was able to get this out in I don't know how much time, but I'm just gonna sit here a little bit and yap about, like, what my thoughts are on it, so you can click out the video now if you don't give a shit. So, guys, this is a dead by dead patch. Like, I really don't think this is going to be a must-pull patch by any means. I think Ropa's kind of lackluster in terms of what she can do. Obviously, we just saw some, like, filler content or, like, just, like, some, like, basic level gameplay of her. But overall, she doesn't look that strong. We'll have to wait for her full kit to come out to really talk about that more and her build and everything like that. And I'll have a should you summon on her out, or probably do not summon on her out in the near future anyways. So be on the lookout for that, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Overall, very dead patch. I think this is very skippable. I think the most pullable character on this banner is probably Adventurine. I even think Acheron's skippable if you're new coming to the game, because you just relies on having so many debuffers on your account. If you don't have any strong debuffers on your account, you could run Pela on there for sure. Then you need another debuffer like maybe a Guinaifen or something like that. That's just how I'm seeing it right now. Anyways, gamers, that's really going to do it for today's video. What do you think about today's update? Is it a boom or a doom? For the console, guys, and we're ending this video now. Later!